Yeah, everyone's using UPI for the payments these days. But how does it actually work behind the scenes? Let's break down this game-changing payment system in just few minutes. UPI, or the Unified Payment Interface, is a real-time instant payment system developed by NPCI. NPCI is National Payment Corporation of India. It allows users to transfer money between banks according to through a single mobile application, simplifying transactions and promoting a cashless digital society. Ever wondered how this cashless payment actually works? Let's find out. Before UPI, people primarily transferred money through NEFT or IMPS, requiring account number, IFSC code, beneficiary name, bank name. These methods are still widely used today, especially for large payments and scheduled transfers. UPI simply made things more convenient by allowing transfer with just a UPI ID or a phone number, making quick everyday payments simpler. But both systems continues to coexist in our financial ecosystem. Now let us see how the architecture of UPI actually works. The NPCI is a central infrastructure that facilitates all the UPI transactions. When a user initiates a payment through a payment service provider, that is the PSP, like PhonePe, Google Pay, or Paytm, your request goes to the PSP server. The PSP server forwards this request to the NPCI UPI switch. NPCI then validates the request and routes it to the appropriate banks. For the sender bank, that also calls the remitter bank, NPCI sends a debit request. NPCI sends a debit request to the remitter bank. The sender bank verifies if you have sufficient funds, and, and verifies it with your UPI PIN. If successful, the sender bank debits the account and sends a success response back to NPCI. NPCI then sends a credit request to the recipient's bank, that is the beneficiary bank. The recipient's bank credits the amount to the recipient's account. NPCI then completes the transaction by sending a confirmation to both the banks and the PSP. Finally, you receive a notification about the successful transaction. So how does one complete transaction of a UPI payment look like? This is an example of a real world UPI transaction. I want you to have a good look at how this transaction actually looks like. This is a customer who is at a cafe and doing a payment of a coffee at a cafe, and this is how a complete structure would look like. Now you might have wondered why sometimes you see that your bank server is down. This happens when NPCI sends request to the bank but doesn't receive a response within expected time. Bank servers can go down for several reasons. This could be high transaction volumes during festival or special sales, scheduled maintenance, network connectivity issues, hardware failure, or security related shutdowns. When a bank server is down, NPCI can't process the transaction involving that bank, resulting in payments failure. For detailed explanation of how multiple payments are handled concurrently and how the system manages such enormous transaction of volumes, I'll cover all this in my next video. So let's stay tuned for this, and don't forget to subscribe and like for more insightful tech content. Thank you for watching.